10,
9, 8,
7,
6, 5, 4, 3,
2, 1.
Hey,
Hello,
Skywalkers!
everyone. It's Monday. It's 6 p.m. in the Pacific time,
Yeah.
and that means it's time to turn on the lights. There we go.
Oh, that's better. Yeah. For some reason, that helps the whole room. I like it. I like it a lot.
Me too.
Got a countdown. All right,
All right.
Skywalkers.
So who is with us right now? I don't know.
Let's go to comments.
All right. So far we have
Ah,
Fernando and Maria. We missed you guys last week.
yeah.
And we were going to do a whole bunch of trivia, but we didn't. So we held back. We're going to do it all today.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of trivia coming up. Okay. And Julie's in the house and James is in the house for, I'm not allowed to do this anymore.
No. For
Things we want to share.
Things we want to share. Things we want to share. Things we want to share.
I was vamping.
All right. Good.
What were you doing?
I'm putting the fan on.
Oh, are you warm?
Yeah, it's warm in here.
Yeah? Okay,
Yes.
Chilly.
I am sweaty, which means it's time for a shower. All right,
Shower
so we
would
get
feel good.
lots and lots to do, but you know what we're gonna do? Let's tell everyone what we're gonna do.
Okay, so this episode we are going to do some trivia,
Oh yeah,
and we are also going to go over our Elio review,
and
Pixar's Elio.
and hope to get at least one more person to see it before it goes to Disney Plus next week.
Yeah,
But
and we're also going to talk a little bit about the Renaissance Fair and Pride Night. So there you have it.
that's a pretty full show. Caitlin just got here too. So what do you say we start with some trivia?
Woohoo! All right.
All right.
gonna-
So we are going to start with, how about we do some early Star Wars prequel sequel rumors. All right.
Open
So
this up.
yes, this here is early Star Wars prequel and sequel rumors. We did a panel on this back in 2022.
Oh yeah.
3 years ago. It was a lot of fun to do because a lot of these rumors were written by Craig Miller. Our good friend Craig Miller wrote these in Starlog magazine. Anyone here read Starlog magazine? I'm waiting for James to reply. And yeah. And then so he put all these rumors out, and George Lucas said, yeah, more rumors.
Because he
Just
wanted to get them away from the truth.
Just to throw everyone off of the Empire Strikes Back actual plot, any kind of leaks.
Right.
Even though back then there were there were leaks, but thank you, David Prowse. James says, I did it, but not anymore. Now, then they went digital, then they just stopped doing it, which is sad. All right, so here we go. So early Star Wars prequel and sequel rumors.
Okay, so once again, you can just type in A, B, C, or D,
Yes.
right?
So this is an Empire Strikes Back rumor. Okay, 1979. Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and Chewbacca pass through a time warp and end up fighting in
Blank. A, the final battle of the Empire and the Galactic Rebellion. B, the Clone Wars. C, the Mandalorian War. Or D, the Star Wars. So once again, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and Chewbacca pass through a time warp and end up fighting in blank. A, the final battle of the Empire and the Galactic Rebellion. B, the Clone Wars. C, the Mandalorian War. Or D, the Star Wars. You had a lot of fun coming up with these.
I had a lot of fun coming up with these. And the winner is James the Gildersleeve, coming in first with B. They went through a time warp and ending up fighting in the Clone Wars.
That would make sense for that time, like for it to be the Clone Wars, because Ben mentions the Clone Wars and Star Wars.
And we're all like, what are these Clone Wars? Classic Marvel Star Wars comics did give us a little bit of Clone Wars with the young Obi-Wan in the purple robe,
Yeah.
but that would make a whole lot of sense. All right, number 2.
2.
In a 1979 interview, Darth Vader actor David Prowse said that George Lucas's dream is to turn out 24 hours of Star Wars films so people can go into a theater and stay for the whole day. How long did he say this would take to complete? Did he say until the year 1999?
A.
That's A. B, until the turn of the next century. C, I have no idea, but a very long time. Or D, 22 years.
I know what I would guess.
Until the year 1999, into the next century.
Say A, B, C.
Oh, A, until the 1999. B, into the next century. C, I have no idea, but a very long time. And D, 22 years. All right. Julie says C. Glenn says C. James says B. Caitlin says C. And David says C. And guess who is right? Nobody.
Oh.
Nobody got that one right so far. So is it B, into the next century, or D, 22 years? B, into the next century, D, 22 years. What would you say? The answers are not right here. So he can't
B.
see.
I would say B then.
Say B, into the next century,
Yeah.
says Sarah.
Okay, we got a whole new crop
All
of
right.
questions.
Julie comes in first with 22 years, D, followed by.
Is that correct?
That's right. That is correct.
Okay.
22 years.
Then I guessed incorrectly.
Y'all guessed incorrectly, except for Julie and David, and then Caitlin pops up there.
Wonder how he worked out 22 years.
I don't know.
It seems like George Lucas would be very non-committal with that answer and not give an actual amount of years.
And that's not something that Craig Miller came up with. That's something that David Prowse came up with.
All right.
Oh,
Okay. That makes more sense.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Another Empire Strikes Back rumor. Question number 3.
Okay.
Boba Fett is a remnant of the old shock troopers who once made stormtroopers look like blank. Is it A, mall cops, B, the Marx Brothers, C, crossing guards, or D, schoolyard bullies? So, well, Boba Fett is a remnant of the old shock troopers who once made stormtroopers look like A, mall cops, B, the Marx Brothers, C, crossing guards, or D, schoolyard bullies. And the one who got it right first is Julie, once again pulling ahead with C. These shock troopers were going to make stormtroopers look like crossing guards. Now, this is something
I'm confused by this.
This is something that Craig Miller had put up there to hype Boba Fett. So we already knew who Boba Fett was. So he wanted to really go into the fact that he's going to make Boba Fett into a shock trooper, and these shock troopers were going to make these stormtroopers look like crossing guards.
So this is like a quote.
Yes.
Is this a quote?
This was just a rumor.
Okay.
Explain your confusion.
No, well, it seems very what is that? Like not set in stone that what they would be, what they would look like. Where was this rumor?
This rumor is from Craig, who was spreading rumors about Boba Fett.
Right, but where did this rumor appear?
In Starlog magazine.
Okay. Got it.
All right, number 4. It was claimed in 1981 that the first prequel film would hit theaters in July 1986. What was the rumored title?
Was it A, Episode 1, The Clone Wars, B, Episode 1, Young Skywalker, C, The Beginning, Skywalker Saga, or D, Episode 1, The Star Wars Journal of the Whills?
So what was the rumored title back in 1981? A, Episode 1, The Clone Wars, B, Episode 1, Young Skywalker, C, The Beginning, Skywalker Saga, D, Episode 1, The Star Wars Journal of the Whills.
All right, we got several guesses here.
All right, now these answers are not right here, so Sarah doesn't know the answer. Sarah, what is your answer?
I would say A.
All right,
Episode 1, The
we'll
Clone
put it in.
Wars. No, meh.
Sarah says A.
Okay. All right. But I'm way behind everyone else.
Okay. Well,
D changed my mind. That's funny. All right. So what is it?
the answer. Where did we start here?
After 4.
Okay, so who was the first one to guess A?
Julie.
Who?
Right up top. Julie.
Oh, Julie. What? Julie must have seen our panel. That was the rumored title, Episode 1, The Clone Wars.
I saw our panel, but I didn't remember that.
Yeah, that one really that one makes the most sense there.
Yeah, it does. That's
I was
why
trying to throw
guessed.
people off with the Star Wars Journal of the Wills.
Right. That seemed too broad.
Have you seen those first titles?
Oh no, I know, but it seemed like too broad for a first movie. That's all. That's
Okay.
all. That's
Okay.
for a title.
I gotcha. All right, let's do another prequel rumor.
Oh, okay.
To tie into Luke Skywalker's line of dialogue in A New Hope, my father didn't fight in the Clone Wars. He was a navigator on a spice freighter. It was rumored that Luke's father would own a private warship to protect his cover. What ship was he supposed to own?
Is it A, Skywalker Sailor, B, Millennium Falcon, C, Tontiv 5, or D, T-16? Oh, this is hard. To protect his cover, like to protect the fact that he was
Because
a navigator?
Because Luke thought that he was a navigator on a spice freighter.
Oh.
So to protect his cover, his
cover story?
cover story, yes.
Okay.
So he would own a private warship to protect his cover story. What ship was this? And looks like everyone but Glenn and David guessed right. He was rumored to have owned the Millennium Falcon.
Okay, I guess that makes his father, so that makes sense.
Yes, and that would tie into Luke's. Well, I thought my father was a navigator on a spice freighter. So that was his cover story. That's why he owned the Millennium Falcon. That was the spice freighter.
Nice.
All right, number 6. AintItCool.com reported what actor would play Sith Lord Darth Bane in Star Wars Episode 2.
Is it A, Mel Gibson, B, Julia Roberts, C, Denzel Washington, or D, Christopher Walken?
Did we put in a number?
Ain't it cool? Oh no. Whoops. Might be too late.
I think we got it.
I think we got it, yeah.
Okay, so
Glenn is coming in first. All right, so Mel Gibson.
Glenn is guessing Mel Gibson. Julie is guessing Christopher Walken. And it's all over the board here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard.
Who guessed?
Darth Bane. I'll guess Julia Roberts. B.
It is. Julie got it right again.
Wow. Christopher Walken.
Julie's on the ball tonight. Christopher Walken. And Ain't It Cool News. Do we remember that? AintItCoolNews.com?
Oh, yeah.
Now, they reported the story because StarWars.com had put up pictures of Darth Bane, and they accidentally left a file names on the pictures that said like Christopher Walken character names, just to throw people off. Nice. And AintItCool.com said, "Oh, StarWars.com, they messed up. We know who it is." And James says, Julie reads those tabloids at the supermarket checkouts clearly. Nice. All right. So we are on number 7.
Okay.
Number 7. Another prequel rumor. When Darth Vader killed the Jedi at the start of the Clone Wars, Luke's father escaped and took on the alter ego of who? Who did he take on the alter ego of? Was it A, Ben Kenobi? Was it B, Owen Lars? C, Boba Fett? D, Deke Starkiller?
Oh, these are all good ones.
Sarah?
Darth Vader killed the Jedi at the start of the Clone Wars. Luke's father escaped and took on the alter ego. I'm going to say It could be any of these, but Deke Starkiller, D, I'll say.
All right. We have a D and a C and a B and a Luke, says Carlos Munoz. Okay.
I
And
like Luke.
Sarah, who got it right?
I don't know.
Dan Boris. Dan Boris got
Oh.
it right.
Boba Fett?
That Luke's father took on the alter ego of Boba Fett.
That would be a fun rumor.
That would be a really fun
like
rumor.
I could see people grabbing onto that one.
Yeah.
So, okay.
And then Mark Hamill said, wouldn't it be fun if Boba Fett was really was Luke Skywalker's mom? And he and that's why when he took a shot at Luke in Cloud City, he missed.
Yeah.
And R2 was bumping him like, hey, that's your mom.
That would be fun.
Yeah, so there's a lot of fun rumors there.
Okay.
All right, number 8. Number 8. What character was predicted in 1981 to return in the third trilogy? Was it A, Darth Vader, B, the Emperor, C, Boba Fett, or D, Walrus Man? Who was predicted in 1981 to return in the third trilogy? A, Darth Vader, B, the Emperor, C, Boba Fett, D, Walrus Man.
Oh, I don't. Did I put a new?
Yes,
I did.
Yeah. Maria says Boba Fett. Dan says the Emperor. Caitlin says Darth Vader. And Glenn says Walrus Man. I wish Glenn were correct, but he's not. The winner goes to Dan Boris.
What did he say?
He says the Emperor.
Oh.
In 1981, it was rumored that the Emperor would return. So right now, Fantastic Films is saying, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, we got one right.
Wow. That's funny.
All right. Number 9. Before Return of the Jedi, what were the rumored reasons why Obi-Wan forgot many of the events of the Clone Wars and gave Luke false information about the identity and life of his father? Was it because A, he was a Sith Lord, B, he had amnesia since the Clone Wars, C, he was a clone, D, he was protecting Luke from becoming a Sith? Sarah?
I would guess C, he was a clone.
Now, we did a whole episode on this back in 2014 with Trisha Barr.
Okay.
We did a whole episode on all these rumors too.
So that mean I'm wrong?
So let's see here. Okay, we're getting answers from all over the board. But guess who's right?
Who?
Oh, what do you say? He said.
I said C.
Well, guess what? You're correct.
Oh, good.
you and James
Woo.
are correct. He was rumored to be a clone. Obi-Wan was the first in the clone of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's funny. I like it.
I love that one. All right, and finally,
Okay.
here's another Empire Strikes Back rumor. Luke and C-3PO are captured by a horrendous alien, and the only way the beast can be killed is to drive a metal stake through its heart. Where do they get this metal?
Is it A, Luke's lightsaber, B, R2-D2's leg, C, C-3PO's arm, or D, C-3PO? So once again, they drive a metal stake through this alien's heart. Is it A, Luke's lightsaber, B, R2-D2's leg, C, C-3PO's arm, or D, C-3PO himself?
And the winner is, so far, nobody.
Oh.
Nobody has gotten it correct.
Oh, then, okay.
Sarah, what did you say?
I guess A then?
You guess Luke's lightsaber.
Sure.
And Carlos is going off the grid with trash compactor.
Is it then D?
And Julie! Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Glenn and Julie coming in neck and neck. Luke had to melt down C-3PO.
He melted him down?
He melted him down.
That's so sad.
That is very, very sad. Luckily, guess what? They didn't do it.
Oh, man.
They didn't do it at all. So there is our first category of the night. Star Wars rumors. What do we think, everyone? How do we feel about this one?
Yes, let us know.
It took me about 2 days to come up with this one.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because we had to go and find the panel, and I had to listen to it again.
Right. Okay.
And we might be putting this one out next week.
Is this ain'titcoolnews.com? Yeah. Yeah.
No, see, ain'titcool.com.
Oh. Okay. Well, you can
And-
make a link for anything. Okay.
Okay, we can put ain't it cool news, then put it as don't put .com,
Okay. You got it.
and then separate all those words. All right, so where do we? All right, so let me see here.
That was super fun. Oh.
Okay, Maria says lovers
Loved it.
loved it. Glenn says I think rumors is a terrible category. Fernando says awesome. Julie says it was 100% guessing on my part.
Me too.
Maria says loved it. Caitlin says that was hard, but I
Liked the
liked
background
the
information.
background information afterwards.
Yeah.
Good. Carlos says that was super fun. And Glenn says most people wouldn't have been around to hear them, even though that those were even though that they were something. Okay, yeah, but okay. I want to say that Caitlin hit it on the head there. That's what we're looking for. You may not be around, but that doesn't matter. I wasn't around when the monkeys hit, but I'm a huge fan and know everything about them. That doesn't really matter.
You can make some educated guesses.
Yes,
I would say.
And that's what I wanted to see. If people can make those educated guesses.
Dan says there's a great Starlog article. With
Yes.
All...
This category is based on that article, and I think next week we're gonna put out that panel as an episode. It was
like the Star Wars rumors panel.
Yes. We did this at LostCon in 2022 with Craig of all people, who wrote all of these rumors. Most of these rumors.
Yeah.
Some of them are from Starlog, and some of them are from Fantastic Films magazine, and most of them have been coming from Craig. I remember reading the Starlog magazine when I was 10 years old, going, "Oh my! I loved this issue. I loved it." Then to find out that Craig Miller wrote it, it was huge. And then to have him on the panel was great. So yeah, let's say next week we'll put out this one as a show.
Okay.
Glenn says, "Do you know any rumors about the forming of the monkeys?" Yes. I know tons of rumors about and facts about the forming of the monkeys. So we can talk about that at any time. Glenn says it was a good subject for a panel, but not for a trivia. All right, I think you're the only one who thinks that. But you know what? These aren't for everybody.
That's true.
But as long, I think in the end, if you had fun with them and you had fun reading them and you had fun guessing, that's the whole point of it there.
Yeah.
So once again, it's for everyone, but not for Glenn.
Okay.
All right, so that's the first one. We'll get to some more later on, but now...
Yes, now we wanted to talk about Elio, which is the new Disney Pixar film that is out. We were able to see it last week at a press screening, and so we wanted to talk about it a little bit. We did put up a review on skywalkingthroughneverland.com, a written review.
Before we go on,
yes.
If anyone here had seen Elio, please let us know in the Sky Chat.
Yeah. All right. So first of all, I'll do a quick summary of Elio. So those of you who maybe have not seen it will be able to see it. Now, this is going to be a spoiler-free review because I don't think many of you have seen it, and we want to encourage you to go. So, and that's not because Disney gave us the press screening. It's just because we mostly liked it, but we'll talk about it. So Elio, who is voiced by Jonas Cabrib, is a space fanatic with an alien obsession, and in grand Disney tradition, he has lost both his parents and is currently being raised by his overwhelmed Aunt Olga, who is voiced by Zoe Saldana. And the story is partly her journey as well. She's coming to terms with being a mother figure for Elio. And the co-director is Domi Shi, who also directed Turning Red and that very disturbing
the
bow.
Oh my goodness.
But
cool. Don't hold that against the director.
I think she's growing. Like, it's good that these directors are getting these smaller things and then working up to bigger movies, because I think this is her best turn yet. So she worked on it. And Elio is kind of an unusual kid who feels like a lot of us feel sometimes. He's lonely, unwanted, like no one understands us, and he feels like there's nothing for him on Earth, which is why he dreams of going to another world where he's accepted for who he is. So when he's beamed up to the Communiverse, which is an interplanetary organization with representatives from galaxies far and wide, Elio takes it in stride. And he doesn't fit in on Earth, but he gets along great with the crazy and weird aliens and the colorful aliens of every color, shape, and size. And he's mistakenly identified as Earth's leader, and he must navigate a crisis of intergalactic proportions when Lord Grygon, who is voiced by Brad Garrett, threatens to take over the Communiverse. Will Elio finally discover who he's meant to be and where he fits in? I don't know. This is a kid's movie. I don't know if that's going to happen.
So, with all that said, Sarah,
Yes.
what are your initial thoughts?
Yeah. Okay, so my initial thoughts were that this film really kind of put a spell on me, and it happened over the course of the film because it began, I wasn't sure what to expect. I was like, I don't know about these aliens, the look of them or anything, or the look of the kid even, but it really won me over after going through. It started with some age-old tropes like the parents being dead, right? And then the plot took several interesting twists, and Elio met and found a friend. He got to work with his mom, his aunt, and I don't know, I found myself being completely invested in Elio, and the fact that it was about space really connected it for me because I love these movies like Apollo 13, Contact. I love these space centric films. And so I really felt at the end, I got so emotional. There's some moments there that I was like crying. And it's
Pixar.
Yeah. So by the end of the film, I was totally won over. And I think if I see it again, which I will see it again, I will enjoy it even that much more.
All right. I'm going to go way back to D23 when we first heard about this movie.
Okay.
I had less interest in this than I did for Mufasa.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I because the title, is it Elio? Is it Elio? What is an Elio? Is it a spaceship? Is it that monster? What is it? And so boom, they went at D23, they went on to the next film. So I forgot all about Elio. And then the last D23, they had some more publicity for Elio. Still didn't know how to pronounce it. And the advertising did nothing for me. I hated the look of the creatures and blah, blah, blah. I just had no interest in this until the last trailer where they finally had some of these aliens and we saw more of their personalities and more of the voice talent behind them. Mm-hmm. The first couple of trailers didn't show any voice talent. So what are these things? They're not cars, like in cars. They're not toys like Buzz Lightyear. So what am I looking at here? I don't know. So I couldn't really connect with anything. And then the last trailer showed more of the aliens, and I love the voice talent. They were really funny, and I got over the fact that I didn't know what I was looking at. And even the posters and the billboards, like, they're amoebas. It's that kid and amoebas. What is this? And so when we went, having seen the last trailer, and I was interested because there was that one shot of Elio sitting on the beach saying, "Aliens abduct me."
Oh yeah.
Aliens, I'm right here, which I thought was really funny because no one wants to be abducted by aliens, but this little kid, he loves aliens, wants to be abducted, and he is. And we're watching it, and wow, this is really good. It's really funny, very well directed, and the creatures all made sense. Whereas before, I couldn't tell one from the other. I didn't really care, but this time it was really fun, and it's really funny. There's a lot of really funny moments.
Yes, there is. There's some great laugh. I think we were the ones laughing the hardest in the theater at certain points.
And there was the old trope of, hey, is this Elio kid? Is he the leader of the Earth? He's like, yep, that's me. I'm the leader. It's like, well, we've seen that 1,000 times. And they find out the truth, and no one believes them anymore. But where it goes from there, I thought was really good. And when we left the theater, what did I predict, Sarah? This film is gonna bomb. Yeah. It's gonna bomb because it's original, and because no one could pronounce the name. When we went to see our Disney reps at the front desk where we check in, we said, now, is it Elio or Elio? And she rolled her eyes like, everybody's been asking us this. It's Elio. It's like, well, that's why no one's gonna go see Elio, because they can't pronounce the friggin' name.
Okay, I have a funny story about that. I was listening to Mike Celestino's Who's the Boss podcast recently, and he went on this whole tangent
I
rant
heard that.
about
I just
how he
heard that.
he hates films that are titled with a name because it doesn't tell you anything about the film if it's not like a historical figure.
Or if it's like Coco. Everyone thinks Coco is the little boy.
It's not.
It's the grandmother. Oh.
And what was it he was doing? Michael Clayton was
But he was
what
doing
he
Michael
was
Clayton.
reviewing.
And the
Yeah.
only film that he liked that had the name for the title was Barton Fink. Because what is a Barton Fink?
Also, well, yeah, right. Lincoln doesn't count because
No,
Lincoln
everyone
is a
knows.
historical
Yeah,
figure.
yeah.
Yeah, so Elio, it should have been called the Communiverse or something, like something universe
Yeah.
or something that invoked space, I think, because that is the hook. I think that I mean, space is huge. We do kids shows. They love to talk about space. They love to explore the universe. They love dinosaurs. So like one of those two is gonna get people. So let's see what our Skywalkers
hold
are
on.
saying.
Julie says, when I first saw Elio was announced, I thought it was going to be an E.T. in reverse movie and thought Elio was a nod to Elliot.
So I think Elio is still a nod to Elliot. Elio is of Hispanic descent, right? And so his name is of that. However, yeah, so it's like 2 letters away from Elliot, really.
Yeah. But I felt really horrible about my prediction because I didn't want it to fail, but I knew it was going to. Now, I don't want to think this, but please prove me wrong. Is Disney not marketing these films just so they can keep on remaking Lilo and Stitches?
Oh.
Which is making like $1 bajillion at the box office. And these ones like Elio are not proven, where Lilo and Stitch is everyone loves.
Right.
The sales for Stitch in 2024 went up like by $2 billion. And okay, Snow White bombed. We all know why. It wasn't Disney's fault. It was, what's her name? Can't think of her name anymore.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but all these films, whether you like them or not, they are turning a huge profit, and Disney wants the huge profits.
Well, I mean, it stands to reason that remakes and known sequels and reboots are, known entities. They know what the box office was for the original film. They can kind of predict what it will be for the other film, whereas original ideas, unfortunately, are a crapshoot.
But they should have realized this is a Pixar film.
Right.
And that name alone should bring in people.
It should, but okay, Fernando is saying that there is lots of competition right now. I mean, How to Train Your Dragon opened that same weekend, right?
No.
Or the weekend
opened
before.
a weekend before,
Okay.
so Elio should have leapfrog over Dragon.
Okay, everyone's loving that one.
Everyone's loving that, and it's a sequel. Not a sequel, it's a remake.
Yes,
and it's live action.
Remake.
And after I think Lilo and Stitch really pumped up How to Train Your Dragon at the box office, because everyone's like, hey, remakes, hey, live action, hey, let's go see this.
Okay, but so far, the box office, Elio so far it's actually the worst start in Pixar's 30-year history, and earned 21 million domestically and only 35 million globally. Yeah, at the first opening weekend box office. Wow, that's not a lot, and it reportedly cost 150 million to produce, and that's not including marketing costs. Of course.
No.
So
for marketing, it was 250 million, give or take.
Yeah. So James says the marketing was light on this film for sure. I know, it's so sad because, and Maria did like it. She said it's a very relatable story.
Maria,
her nephew.
How did your nephew like it, Maria? And how old is your nephew?
Yeah. And then Julie, you have not seen it yet? She says, I need to see a private screening with no kids and no rude people. Yeah.
It's funny. I'm seeing more and more people making these Instagram reels about how they won't go back to the theater anymore because of people coming in late. Didn't we just do a big tirade on that last week?
We did.
My friend Mark went to go see How to Train Your Dragon. He said people were coming in at the end of the trailers.
Oh, right.
Trailer, and they were like, "Hey, where's my seat?" And they were get their get their light, and they go, "Hey, I can't see. Where's my seat? Where's my Hey, Julie, Sarah, where's my seat? Is it over there?" Without realizing there's other people in the theater.
Mhm.
Get there early.
Okay, he loved it. He is 8 years old.
Oh,
Yeah. Good. That is the right age for this film, I think. I mean, we enjoyed it immensely as adults, but I feel like it can really grab kids of
Mhm.
that age,
Yeah.
especially with the space theme.
Yeah. The only mistake I would say is that their core alien kid character is like this worm.
Oh, see, I loved his I was like so happy how he was emoting even without eyes. I was very charmed by him.
But would you as a kid, an 8-year-old, go, "Mom, I want that worm-looking thing"?
No, I wouldn't want a plush of it.
Well, if a kid is not going to want a plush, change the design.
Mm,
And that's where they had all those aliens up on the standees, and
yeah.
it was white noise because I didn't know what any of them were.
Okay.
Dan says it takes a lot to get me to see a movie in the theaters anymore.
We're gonna see Jurassic World.
Not on opening weekend.
That's when it's most fun.
N- If you pick the right, like Man's Chinese Theater would be fun because
Yes.
that's where the cinephiles go.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
going down the street to the Regal, no.
Okay, that's fine. Let's do it. All right, I love everyone's opinions. Okay, so there are some space Easter eggs in Elio, and they're in my review. So I don't know, Richard, you wanted to do more trivia tonight, and we're kind of running
Oh,
out
yeah.
of time. So did we want to?
We'll say go to Sarah's article.
Okay, yeah. Go to my article to see. I picked out 4 Easter eggs. We did. We picked out 4 Easter eggs in our initial viewing. I'm sure there's more, but there's some fun,
But we can
fun
tell
Easter
them
eggs.
Easter eggs from what? From
Oh, just space. Like, so, okay, I'll give you one. There is a narrator in the Space Museum exhibit that Elio kind of wanders into, and the voice sounded so familiar. I was like, oh, who is that voice? I don't know. And at the end of the credits, it was Kate Mulgrew, who is Captain Janeway in Star Trek. So that's your space connection, your space franchise connection.
And another space franchise connection is Alf. There's an Alf reference in there. Oh, I think I got really. I was the only one in the theater to get really excited about that. And what is the Easter egg? Go to skywalkingthrough-neverland.com to find out.
Nice.
All right, now Maria is screaming in the Sky Chat. Yes, more trivia.
Okay.
All right, so let's go to, how about this one here? This one is called Happy Anniversary.
Woohoo.
Seeing how we're coming up on a big Julie says, hide the cats from Alf. We're coming up on a big, giant anniversary year. So who wants to feel old?
Remember that really old movie?
Yes. All right, now, question number 1 should be very, very easy. Okay, the first official Star Wars convention was held to celebrate what anniversary? A, the Phantom Menace first anniversary. B, the 10th anniversary of A New Hope. C, 10th anniversary of Lucasfilm. D, 20th anniversary of A New Hope. All right, so A, Phantom Menace first anniversary. B, 10th anniversary of A New Hope. C, 10th anniversary of Lucasfilm. D, 20th anniversary of A New Hope. And who got it first?
Most people did.
Okay, Glenn says 10th, but of what? A New Hope or Lucasfilm? And James says B. You are correct. Julie says B. Glenn says B again. Dan says B. Caitlin says B. Carlos says B. And B is correct.
10th anniversary of A New Hope.
All right. Question number 2. What film was re-released in 2025 to celebrate its 20th anniversary? A, Return of the Jedi. B, Attack of the Clones. C, The Phantom Menace. D, Revenge of the Sith. What film was re-released in 2025 to celebrate its 20th anniversary?
Or what film did we all go see in April?
All righty.
Oh,
James says D. Dan says D. Julie says
Glenn.
D. Glenn says D. And everyone is correct but one person, but we won't call out Caitlin's name.
No. So it is D.
Revenge of the Sith.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 3. What anniversary did the Clone Wars animated series celebrate in 2023? Was it A, the 5th anniversary, B, the 10th anniversary, C, the 15th anniversary, or D, the 20th anniversary? What anniversary did the Clone Wars animated series celebrate in 2023?
Oh, this is math. What the hell? This is hard math because it's like, okay, I think I know.
And Caitlin, you're welcome.
Is it, what did she say? Oh.
All right.
Yeah, I think Glenn is right. That's correct, right? C?
Sarah, what do you say?
I say C, 15th.
And you are correct.
Yes.
You are correct, along with who got it right first? Glenn and James and Caitlin all got C, the 15th anniversary, since it came out in 2008.
Yes.
All right, number 4. Remember, Sarah can't see the answers, so you can guess too. In 20.
Oh, it's 15th anniversary comic variants. Cool. All
right, number 4. In 2028, in the year 2028, Mark Hamill and his wife, Mara Lou, will celebrate which anniversary?
Jeez.
Will it be A, silver anniversary, B, gold anniversary, C, diamond anniversary, or D, platinum anniversary?
No clue.
In the year 2028.
I don't know what is what.
Well, then you got to guess.
I'll say
everyone else is guessing pretty correctly.
eh,
And the first one to come in is James with their gold anniversary. Julie says gold anniversary. Caitlin says gold anniversary, as does Fernando.
So it's B.
And Glenn clears it up with 50th anniversary, but I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Thanks, Disneyland. Yeah, Julie, I was thinking of that. I was like, it could be 50 because I know he was having kids during Star Wars times, and that was almost 50 years ago. So
he was married December 18th, 1978. See, I wanted to shake it up instead of saying 15, 10, 50.
Yeah. No, okay.
Yeah.
Then people had to be smart. No, I like it. It's a little bit of a harder question.
Okay, good.
Sprinkled in there.
All right, number 5. 2019 will mark the first anniversary since this series aired its last episode. 2019 will mark the first anniversary since this series aired its last episode. A, The Clone Wars. B, The Mandalorian. C, Droids. D, Rebels. Sarah?
I'm going to say A.
The Clone Wars.
Yes.
Okay. What does everyone else say?
Okay. I don't think it's...
And guess who's right?
Is it me?
Not Sarah. But James got it right. Dan got it right. Maria got it right.
Glenn did too then. So it is Rebels?
And it is Rebels in 2018. From 2014 to 2018.
Oh, 2014?
Yes.
15, 16. That's 5 years.
2018.
Right.
March the 6th, 2018 is when it ended its last episode.
17, but 2017 would I mean, I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you did research.
Yeah.
But wouldn't 2017 be 4 years?
No.
Okay.
No. Okay. Brian Jonas is saying, what's the Kyber anniversary?
Let's make that up.
That's a millennium.
That's like, yeah, I was gonna say that's 1,000 years.
Oh, right. Yeah. So the Clone Wars, that was still going on in 2020.
Okay. I forgot when.
And Mandalorian started in 2019.
Fine.
Droids ended in 1985.
Fine, everyone. Fine. Glenn is admonishing me.
The first anniversary. Oh, okay. Glenn cleared up your question. It's the first anniversary after.
No, I get it. No, I get it. 2018. I'm counting 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017 would be 4 seasons.
But then they stretched it out. So it wasn't like one per year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Look at the notes.
Okay, I'm sure you're right.
Okay. I know your math is solid.
Yeah,
It's not that.
but it's just when they aired.
Okay, the Atari Star Wars arcade game celebrated which anniversary in 2023? Was it the A, 40th anniversary, B, 50th anniversary, C, 10th anniversary, or D, the first anniversary? The Atari Star Wars arcade game celebrated which anniversary in 2023?
I would figure it would be more, but
Okay, we didn't put the number 6 in there, so we're gonna
oh,
say
it was here.
yeah. James got it right, followed by Julie, followed by Dan, followed by Caitlin, followed by Glenn. Sorry, Maria, not the 50th anniversary.
I would figure it would be older than
No, it came
40.
out February of 1983.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh.
you would have thought it would. That's why I put 50th
Wait.
anniversary in there to mess you up.
Yeah.
So in 2023.
Well, I figured it wasn't 50th, but I would figure it would be like 45th. Like
Oh.
they would get it out sooner than.
Yeah, you would think, but arcade
all.
games and Atari, they wanted to get it out in 1981, but with the development and such, didn't happen.
Okay.
All right, number 7. What film celebrates its 10th anniversary in 2025? A, The Clone Wars, B, The Last Jedi, C, The Force Awakens, or D, there is no film that celebrates its 10th anniversary in 2025.
That was sneaky.
That was very sneaky.
I think I know this one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well.
I know it.
Well.
Everyone's guessing it.
James got it first, followed by Julie, followed by Glenn, followed by Dan, and unfortunately, Maria. The Force Awakens came out in 2015, which makes it 10 years old this year.
Wow.
I know.
At the December of this year.
Yep. Gotta plan something big. All right, number 8. This very first expanded universe novel will celebrate its 50th anniversary in 2028. What is this title? A, New Planet, New Perils. B, Han Solo at Star's End. C, Lando Calrissian and the Mind Harp of Sharu. Or D, Splinter of the Mind's Eye.
I know this one.
What is it, Sarah?
It's.
We want to let everyone else guess first?
We're going to guess.
Okay. A, New Planet, New Perils. B, Han Solo at Star's
Literally
End.
everyone at the same time. It is D. I'm going to say it.
Okay.
Even though I don't see the answer.
And
Splinter of the Mind's Eye.
Splinter of the Mind's Eye.
We did an episode on that.
We did a whole episode breakdown.
And talked about how it was the first.
In 2028. We'll celebrate 50th. Oh my God. What is that? Sarah, what is number A? New Planet, New Perils.
Oh, that's the name of the comic. The classic
very
comic.
first expanded universe comic.
Yes.
And C, Lando Calrissian and the Mind Harp of Sharu. I just like saying Mind Harp of Sharu. And Han Solo Star's End was another great book.
I love it.
Yeah. All right. Number 9. The Ewok Adventure celebrated its 30th anniversary in what year?
Whoa.
1999 for A, B, 2014, C, 2020, or D, 2004.
I think that Brian doesn't count. He was for the previous.
Okay, the Ewok celebration, the Ewok Adventure celebrated its 30th anniversary in what year? A, 1999, B, 2014, C, 2020, or D, 2004. And the right one is, where do we start here? And Glenn Stein comes in with B, 2014, since it came out 1984. And what podcast led the way in celebrating its 30th anniversary?
We did.
We did. After we did, like every other podcast did it too. And we had Eric Walker on. First time we ever had Eric Walker on to celebrate the 30th anniversary.
Oh.
All right, number 10. Lucasfilm will celebrate its 100th anniversary in what year? 2071 for A, B, 2077, C, 2030, or D, 2050. Lucasfilm will celebrate its 100th anniversary in what year? A, 2071, B, 2077, C, 2030, or D, 2050?
In other words, have you been watching Light and Magic?
And the first one in is
Looks like Glenn.
Glenn comes in with A. In the year 2071, it'll celebrate its 100th anniversary, which makes it have started in what year?
1771.
And 1771, George Lucas said, "I want to start a cinema company."
There's too many
Thomas,
sevens.
Thomas Edison, are you in?
1971. I couldn't think of 19.
All right, Skywalker.
Ah.
Well, what do you think of this one? What do you think of this anniversary category? I think it'll go over
I liked that
a
one.
lot better in in 20 in 2 years, 2027.
Yeah.
When we're all talking about anniversaries.
There's kind of some math in there thrown in. You got some unexpected math class in
Yes,
there.
and then you got to figure out what does gold mean.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. This is fun.
Glenn's at the 50th anniversary comics helped on this one.
I like math. I like math too.
Julie says, I liked it a lot. That was fun. Oh, Maria says, excellent. And James says, I like math.
I was actually better at geometry than any other math.
All right. That was good. All right. Fun, but tricky.
Mhm.
All right. Good.
What's that?
Good to know that. And it's hard without having to be redundant.
Mhm.
Like, how many times can you ask an anniversary question?
Right. Yeah,
Really?
no, I think you did a good job.
You liked it
in
too?
these. I did. I liked it a lot. Actually.
All right.
Yeah, that
All
was fun.
Yeah. You know what? I might reword the Star Wars video game one just because I thought it maybe got a little redundant. The Atari Star Wars arcade game celebrated which anniversary in 2023?
I mean, it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see.
No geometry. Okay.
It was a very tricky category. Well, that's good. If they're all too easy, then it's not fun. If they're all too hard, it's not fun.
Yeah. A lot of people like this one. I think if you have that kind of math brain, it's more fun.
Yeah.
So I get it.
You can even, if you have a good memory to recall things, like, oh, what year did this come out?
Yeah.
That works too.
But-
Then math.
Right. But I'm glad you put the Force Awakens one in there because most people reading this, or some, will be alive at that point. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the Skywalkers should know most of these because we did an episode on a lot of these questions, like Ewok Adventure, Splinter of the Mind's Eye,
Yeah.
Rebels. All right, so now we're gonna move on to some adventures that Sarah had over the week with Julie.
And the rest of our coven for some of it as well.
Oh, wait, hold on.
So,
Len,
go ahead.
Len won state math contests. What?
Wow.
In algebra, but not even close to winning in geometry.
Yeah. You have to have like a lot of good spatial awareness, and I don't know. I just have that.
People these days do not have that.
No. Well, yeah.
All
right.
Share with us your adventures with Julie
Yes.
and the Coven.
Yes. So I wanted to share just a few pictures and video from the past week. I had some girl time. It was very fun. And the Coven and I, so Bryn, Courtney, Kelly, and Julie, we went to the Kronenborg Renaissance Fair. And this was the first time that all four of them, not me, but all four of them had ever been to a Renaissance fair.
All right. Tell us in the Sky Chat, who has been to a Renaissance fair?
Let us know.
And Julie, we know you've been.
So we did get somewhat dressed up in fun outfits. I'm going to share some of these pictures here. And let's see. Oh yeah, the best part about it is that everyone else we met, pretty much anyone who visited, was mostly dressed up in fun outfits. So yeah, Caitlin has definitely been. She was telling us where to go and what to do.
Oh, Dan goes to at least 2 a year. Wow.
Julie, now you have, Julie. Okay, yeah, several. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so I mean, if you guys have fun outfits and stuff, that would be fun. Oh, Taylor Swift's video for Love Story. That is where the Ren Fair is held. Is that the Kronenberg Ren Fair? Oh, Okay. All right. Well, cool. So we dressed up. You can see Julie right there. She's a cat. I'm a fox, but in kind of, fair outfits. And Bryn, you will see it in a different picture. She was like the whole crux of this thing because she saw a video on Instagram where someone was dressed as like a rat at the Ren Fair and giving out the plague, which is really funny because in the Middle Ages, like it wasn't too clean. And so that's what happened. So she bought this stamp that was like a little bug, and if you were stamped, she gave you the plague. So that was really fun. Here's our outfit. You can kind of see us.
Now Julie's got some blue ears.
Yes.
I thought she was Nubs.
Oh yeah, you could be a Ren Fair Nubs. Oh wow, everyone's loving the Ren Fair. Oh look at flea stamp. Thank you, Julie. She had a flea stamp.
Okay.
Yeah, so here is Julie. Here's Bryn. You can kind of see her cardboard
The rat face.
Rat face, and you'll see a better picture later. Then we've got Kelly and Courtney, and then there's me. And let me show you.
Yes!
Stamp.
I'll make sure to spread it.
In exchange?
Oh,
I didn't know people
I
wanted.
have some gold for you.
Oh my
Continue spreading.
and she ended with continue spreading the plague. But I had cut off my phone. I was like, oh darn it, I should have kept it.
Oh, well, we heard it. We heard it.
Yeah.
People like getting the plague.
Yeah. And then
Who
we
would've
found
thought?
another rat. So there. So
What?
we had to take pictures, of course.
What?
They both had cardboard heads. Isn't that great? It's so funny.
When Bryn makes a costume, she makes a costume.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's some carrots there. And oh yeah, so there's the front.
Now, was that person also spreading the plague?
I don't know if he had the stamp. I don't think he
Oh,
did.
then they're stupid.
Yeah, Bryn went the extra mile with the stamp over there. Very cool.
All right, hold on.
Yes.
Dan's connection dropped. Which fair did you go to?
Oh, which fair? We went to the Cronenberg Renaissance Fair near East Vale, California. So yes. Oh yeah. Oh, mom's bugging in. Yes, definitely been to the Texas one. I have. Plague rat was my favorite part of the day. Yes, it was so cute and awesome. So let me just share with you a few more. Oh, so here's some of the outfits that people were wearing. So you had fairies, you had pirates, you had knights. And so some people were just dressed all fun. And like some people had themes, like she has a little acorn there. She's a fairy. So very, and I don't know what that hat is, but it looks like a raspberry. And then look,
A raspberry beret.
and she's oh yeah. And then she's a strawberry. Look how cute this is. But like a little strawberry fairy. Very
Strawberry
sweet.
fairy. Oh,
There
yeah.
was jousting, Glenn. Yes.
Whoa.
My lady. There's also Star Isn't that fun? Let's see if it goes on.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. She did the whole thing.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Isn't that cute?
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah. see that. The girls saw that after
Oh.
I had left. And then we saw this amazing show, The Washing Wenches, and it was like a comedy duo, and they had a lot of audience participation, and there was a little washing well behind them full of water, and they would take their washing laundry out and threaten to splash you if you do not cheer very
Oh,
loud at them.
I wouldn't want that.
No, but it was so cute. They did a really good job, and they had some audience participation, and it was just really fun. It was a fun show. So, oops, that's not the Renaissance Fair. So, yeah, we had a really good time. If
So-
Star Wars can go Shakespearean, why not go Oompa?
Oh, they did go Oompa on
Yeah.
the SCTV with the Mackenzie brothers.
Yes,
Julie said,
we did sit in the splash zone up front. Yeah.
nope. Now, did you see the jousting?
We saw a little bit of jousting.
That just looks dangerous.
Yeah, it does. But they do a good job of whooping up, like, you sit on either sides of the joust field. And so depending on what side you are, you're like for a certain
Yeah.
jouster and things. And they have real horses. I mean, it's a skill. It's a
Yeah,
big,
that's a
big
dangerous skill.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
It was quite incredible. So I just want to thank my ladies for going. We had a fun time. That we didn't really take a lot of pictures because we were kind of experiencing
Mhm.
the whole thing. So that was really cool. So I think I'll save my other thing. Julie, we can save our discussion on Pride Night for maybe next week. How's
Okay,
that sound?
that sounds good.
Okay.
All right, so what do you say we do one more trivia category? And I appreciate everyone giving us feedback on this because I'm submitting these categories and questions first thing tomorrow morning. So you're
Mhm.
really helping me beta test these.
Ooh, nice. Yes, girl time with friends. Yay. I just wish the Renaissance Fair had one spot that was air conditioned.
Yeah, not out in the dusty. Ugh.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh.
this category is parody. Star Wars parody.
Awesome.
All right, here we go. Question number 1. A xenomorph bursts out of John Hurt's chest and breaks out into the 1899 Tin Pan Alley song, Hello, My Baby, in this parody film. Is it Alien Resurrection for A, B, Alien versus Predator, C, Mac and Me, D, Spaceballs? And this will be number 1. So the xenomorph bursts out of John Hurt's chest and breaks out into the 1899 Tin Pan Alley song, Hello, My Baby, Hello, My Darling, in this parody film.
I think James was first
Uh,
with
oh.
Spaceballs.
all
Right
right.
up here.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
Spaceballs is correct. That was a hard one. Hard one out of the gate, okay?
Now, what's funny about that is when I saw Spaceballs, I had not seen Planet of the Apes, nor had I seen Alien,
Mhm.
both of which are parodied within Spaceballs. So I knew the ending to Planet of the Apes when I watched it.
Oh, man. And you know what? Don Glover comes in with, oh, not again, which was my original question. What did John Hurt say? But I thought, oh, that's going to be hard. We'll start things easy out with just the title, Spaceballs.
Yeah.
But I love how he says, not again.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2.
Oh, you posted. Sorry.
Number 2. What was the name of the Family Guy parody of The Empire Strikes Back? Was it A, Blue Harvest, B, Something, 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 Dark Side, C, Futurama, D, Laugh It Up Fuzzball? The name of the Family Guy parody of The Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
And James comes in with number B.
So does everyone else. Wow, look at that.
Everyone comes in with B. And that is it. Blue Harvest was what?
Was the Star Wars
The Star
parody.
Wars parody.
Yes, A New Hope.
And what was Futurama a parody of? Nothing. Its own series.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
And Laugh It Up Fuzzball, that's the name of all of the Family Guy parodies in like one set. I'll call Laugh It Up Fuzzball.
Nice.
Got Blue Harvest, Something, 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 Dark Side, and Return of the Jedi is called It's a Trap.
Oh, nice. Well, that makes sense.
Yes.
I like that.
Number 3. What TV series had an animated spin-off short called The Force Awakens from its nap? A. Family Guy. B. Futurama. C. South Park. D. The Simpsons. What TV series had an animated spin-off short titled The Force Awakens from its nap? And James and Glenn come in with D. The Simpsons, as does Caitlin, Dan, and Julie. Oh, South Park is
The Simpsons is correct. This is the one where I think it's Lisa Simpson or even the baby.
Maggie.
Ahsoka's in it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is my favorite one.
Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, it's 3 minutes long.
It is just when you're like, okay, great, I'm into this. Let's keep going.
Yeah. Oh, and
roll
then
credits.
roll credits.
Yeah.
All right. Number 4. Ernie Fossilius voiced Geonosian Archduke Poggle the Lesser in Attack of the Clones, but he is best known for this 1978 13-minute parody film. A. Hardware Wars. B. Troops. C. Rebel Spy Reject. Or D. George Lucas in Love. So what film?
By process of elimination, I know.
Oh,
Okay. Yep. I think everyone else is processing eliminating too.
yep. The answer is Rebel Spy Reject. Nope, that was my film. It is A. Hardware Wars. It wasn't only a couple of years ago did I learn that Ernie Fossilius,
Oh,
he's mainly a sound guy,
okay.
and Ben Burt called him in for Pog the Lesser. But correction, it was Ernie Fossilius who was the crying Rancor Keepers in Return of the Jedi.
Oh, wow.
That was Ernie coming in for some ADR, and that was a parody of Laurel and Hardy. When they would cry, they would do that kind of
funny.
loud whimpering, which I didn't know until last night.
My good. That's so interesting. Well, that was a fun fact wrapped into trivia question.
Well, thank you. That's what I was going for. We're gonna get Ernie Fossilius on the show. He's got some stories, I bet you. All right, number 5. Oh, and one more fun fact: Hardware Wars was narrated by Paul Frees.
Oh my!
They had an $8,000 budget. They threw him a couple of bucks. So now, whenever I go to a Haunted Mansion or parts of the Caribbean, it's like, hey, that's that Hardware Wars guy. All right. Do you want to read number 5?
Sure. In the Robot Chicken Emperor Palpatine phone call sketch, Vader reports that the Death Star has been destroyed and has been flying around for 2 weeks looking for a signal to call out. Palpatine remarks that Vader must smell like what? A. A Mustafarian barbecue rat. B. An Ewok human feast. C. Feet wrapped in leathery burnt bacon. Or D. A Sith kebab. Is it A. Mustafarian barbecue rat. B. An Ewok human feast. C. Feet wrapped in leathery burnt bacon. Or D. Sith kebab. Sith kebab.
Made that up.
And I remember this one too.
Oh, okay. Sarah, what's your answer?
C.
C.
I can hear him in my head. Feet wrapped in leathery burnt bacon.
Yeah, out of all the other choices, I think the number C is the least funniest.
Yeah.
Feet wrapped in leathery. That's not funny.
It's not funny because it's not Star Wars related.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, everyone's getting C.
That's right.
Yeah.
You guys got it.
How did we know this? We remember this sketch? Were we guessing?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Let us know. Number 6. Can we show them that after? If we can't, don't worry about it.
No.
Okay. Number C. In the NBC sitcom 30 Rock, Liz Lemon, played by Tina Fey, shows up to jury duty dressed as Princess Leia with hopes of getting dismissed. What was the reason she gave to the judge as to why it wouldn't be fair for her to serve on a jury?
A. She's a princess. B. She's a hologram. C. She hasn't gotten over her homeworld being destroyed. Or D. Her father is Darth Vader. Why wouldn't it be fair to her to be on a jury? A. She's a princess. B. She's a hologram. C. She hasn't gotten over her homeworld being destroyed. or D, her father is Darth Vader? Okay, everyone's saying C.
Everyone's saying
mostly.
C.
Okay.
Everyone's saying C and D. You would think C and D would be the correct answer, but guess what?
Wait, let me guess. I think it's B. She's a hologram?
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
And Sarah is correct.
Okay. Because I
Sarah,
just watched it recently.
yeah. Now, it took me 3 hours to write this question. 3 hours. Do you want to know why?
Because you had a regular question first? Like, what did she dress as?
No, because that was one of the questions I wanted was a 30 Rock question. I looked it up on YouTube, and there was a ton of clips of her saying it wouldn't be fair for her to serve on a jury duty because she can read minds.
Oh.
But the clip was always like cut very short.
Oh.
So I thought, something doesn't seem right about this. So I went and I went on our TV and I scrubbed and found it on Netflix or whatever. And I went through the episode, and in the episode, she says she can't serve on jury duty because she's a hologram.
Yeah, that's what I thought she had said.
But if you look it up on YouTube,
it's not the same.
The clip everyone has found is because she can read minds. Now she only was on. Tina Fey was only on 30 Rock as Princess Leia in 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And the other episode, she got married in her Princess Leia outfit. So so it's 3 hours. By the time I got done with this, it was night. Yes. At that point, it's like, okay, I don't understand this because I don't know where that YouTube clip came from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I got no idea, but in the show, and I watched that episode 3 times just to go back and forth. Did I miss something? And no, after the 3rd time, she clearly says she's a hologram, and the judge says, nope, looks like you're right here, so you're going to be serving on jury duty.
Yeah.
So I can't figure out where everyone got those YouTube clips. And I know if someone wants to challenge me, they'll go on to YouTube and go, look, it's right here. So Richie got it wrong, but go watch the whole entire episode.
Right.
Yes, 3 hours.
All right, so we're skipping that.
Yeah, let's skip that one there.
All
right. Number 8. All right. George Lucas attends a convention in a Robot Chicken Star Wars sketch. To help him escape a mob of fans, a nerd dressed as a tauntaun tells Lucas to jump on his back. What does Lucas say as he does so?
A, I have a bad feeling about this. B, why do you smell bad on the outside? C, punch it. Or D, yippee. A, I have a bad feeling about this. B, why do you smell bad on the outside? C, punch it. Or D, yippee.
Sarah, what do you say?
I know what I would want it to be, and that would be D, yippee. However, James came in with A, and he was pretty sure on his other robot chicken stuff, and he says that he has it, so it's probably A.
James and Dan B got it right.
Okay.
He says, I have a bad feeling about this, but it's very muffled in the soundtrack.
Okay.
But that's what he says. I wished he would have said yippee.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah. I think that would have been great.
Yeah. James knows his robot chicken.
Yeah.
And I was so tempted to write so many robot chicken sketches because there's like 30 sketches.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Like, okay, I'll do 2, and I shouldn't push any more than that.
Yeah.
Number 9, Sarah.
What is the franchise that uses the subtitle The Fourth Awakens? Is it A, Spaceballs, B, The Naked Gun, C, Sharknado, or D, The Simpsons? So what is the subtitle where they use it? The Fourth Awakens. Is it A, Spaceballs, B, The Naked Gun, C, Sharknado, or D, The Simpsons?
Sarah?
I'm going to guess C, Sharknado. That was without seeing you guys. Ooh,
everyone except for someone who I'm not going to name. Hey, Caitlin, what's up? Got the answer right.
Okay.
Is C, Sharknado. And you should have known that one because we just talked about it on our Jaws episode.
I know we did, but Sharknado has like a lot. So I figured they got to number 4. I know they got to number 4 at least.
All right.
Where Spaceballs has not.
That's right. It was for Sharknado. All right, let's type in number 10.
Okay. There we go.
All right, and finally, all right, sit down for this one. In Saturday Night Live's undercover boss star killer based sketch, Kylo Ren goes undercover to see what his first order personnel thinks of him. Lieutenant Colonel Zach says he's been having it rough lately since the death of his stormtrooper's son. What did Kylo, alias Matt the radar technician, say in his talking head cutaway?
A, if he learned to shoot straight, maybe he wouldn't be dead. B, hearing that Zach lost his son really struck a nerve with me, especially since I'm the one that killed him. C, don't worry, he was fully covered under first order insurance. Or D, Zach made me feel bad. I'm gonna have to kill him now.
So what did Kylo Ren, alias Matt the radar technician, say in his talking head cutaway?
A, if he learned to shoot straight, maybe he wouldn't be dead. B, hearing that Zach lost his son really struck a nerve with me, especially since I'm the one that killed him. C, don't worry, he was fully covered under first order insurance. Or D, Zach made me feel bad. I'm going to have to kill him now.
Sarah, what do you say?
This one's hard.
Because they could all work.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's C. So, it's between A or B for me.
Well,
B. Even though it seems very wordy.
you are correct.
Oh, okay.
You are correct.
I
Hearing
stick
that
to my
last,
guns, man.
hearing that Zach lost his son really struck a nerve with me, especially since I'm the one that killed him.
Did that stick a nerve with you?
It did. It did. That was so funny. Just the way Adam Driver delivers that line.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's
Oh,
hilarious.
I did terrible. Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
All right. James guesses E.
But let's see. So who guessed B? I think it's Glenn first.
Glenn
Glenn,
got it
yeah.
first. And
Oh, no
Glenn,
one else.
you and Glenn are the
Oh,
only ones
Dan.
that got it. Oh, you, Glenn,
Dan
you,
did
Glenn,
too.
and Dan.
What do we think of that category, everyone?
Ooh-wee.
That was fun. I feel like some of the questions were a little wordy, but I get it.
Believe me,
I get
I
it.
tried like that last one.
Yeah.
I tried to. That was like twice the length at first.
Mm. Oh, Star Wars. Isn't that a different category? Different.
Yeah, we do
categories?
some song parodies, but do you suggest any?
Mm.
That was a fun one, says Dan. Oh, good. Yeah. What is the only one I can think of is Bill Murray's Star Wars song, but there is one that the Nerdist did, and I was trying to get something more current in here, and it was a takeoff of All About the Bass.
Oh.
All about it's the Rebels. All about the bass. It's the
Oh.
Rebels. Oh, duh.
Yeah, Weird Al.
Yeah,
is
what?
the
Caitlin coming in with
Yoda. That's right. Yoda. Yoda. And I was gonna suggest right here, guy. That he's an Anakin guy.
yeah, the saga begins.
That one.
Okay, why I did not, and I did a lot of research, a lot of scans, and I didn't think of it. But that one, All About the Bass,
Uh-huh.
I thought, oh, that's a good one because that came out just a couple of years ago, and I listened to it for like a half an hour, and it's like I can't get any trivia questions out of this.
Also, the Star Wars I used to know.
Yeah. It's making fun of George Lucas, so that's next. Yeah, the saga begins. All right.
Cool.
Now, Sarah, if you were to take out one of these, which one would you take out for a Weird Al?
Oh, 4. Oh, okay.
We should do 10.
Right.
Yeah, All About the Bass was about Rebel Bass. And wow, it's a fun, catchy song, but there's nothing I could get out of it.
These two are similar. Like I know they're talking about different things, but
The Simpsons
and the Family Guy parody stuff.
Hmm.
So maybe
You
could-
skipped number 7 because it was
it's a visual question.
I can take a picture of it.
Well, it's
Okay.
it's just getting late.
Yeah, I know. We'll do a quick one, okay?
Okay.
Okay, this
You know what? This one has no multiple choice.
okay. Here we go. What poster? Hold on. Okay, what is this poster for Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy parodying? What poster is this parodying?
Take away your face. There you go.
That's number 7. That's why we didn't do it originally. What poster is this parodying? And James comes in with episode 1.
And Glenn is more specific
With the Phantom Menace. That's what
teaser
I was
poster.
looking
Yes,
for.
yes.
Phantom Menace teaser.
Yep.
Okay, so aside from skipping the obvious and Weird Al,
Mm-hmm.
do we all like that one there too? I like that category. Looking at your answers right now.
Oh, okay. That was a
Maria
fun
says
one.
great. Glenn says that was fun. Caitlin says that was fun. Some of them were guesses. That was a fun one. Okay, the jury's out. That's a fun one.
Cool.
All right. Love this category, says Julie. All right, good. Well, thank you once again for helping us beta test these.
Mm-hmm.
And next week, we'll be beta testing some San Diego Comic-Con trivia panels, trivia categories.
Okay.
So lots of trivia to come.
Yay.
All right, everyone. That's it for this week. Now go out and see Elio
Yes.
or Elio, one of the two. You got to raise those box office numbers.
That's right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for all your feedback. We love it.
So we'll see you next week on
Things
We Want to Share.
Things we want to share. Things we want to share.